Hey, how's it going? Josh here. I hope you had a great trading day. I had kind of a frustrating one myself, and as I was thinking about my homework post the market, I wanted to kind of share some of the thought process, some of the things I was experiencing. See if that's something that resonates with you, and if there's something that you find helpful in that. But what we're going to look at is we're going to look at crude oil futures and a trade that I what I was intended and looking for coming in, and then how the trade went and what that ultimately led me to do. So just quick orientation. On the right here, we have about 1 month of cumulative volume profile data. So this is the volume transpired at a price. The pinker color, the more recent it is, the green is less so. And this box actually represents where 70% of the volume is taking place. Key among those levels is this spot right here at 47.96. So remember that reference. That'll be important here in a little bit. So my plan for today, going back and looking at my homework here, is that I was looking at a level 50.73 and looking really to get short, targeting this level down here, this 47.90. Part of why I was looking at that is I was looking at these last 5 sessions, and put those together. You can see the intensity of volume, and I actually have some levels here, and right in here there's just a band of volume that we were below. This is the overnight profile. We were below this overnight. Here's where we opened. And so what I was looking for is for us to move higher up into this zone and then sell off. Well, that was the plan before the day started, and it looked pretty decent, especially when we had range extension higher first. So that now, when I see range extension higher, 70% of the time we only extend the range in one direction. So I saw that we were extending the range higher. I also saw that we were moving into this zone up here. And we were struggling to get above that, which was good according to my plan, but I'm also looking at this saying, hey, there's other time frame buyers here, and I want to be wary of that. So if I expand the profile, in that sense, I was like, okay, well, from a day trade perspective, I'm looking for this thing to pull back, and maybe I could actually get long. I would be wrong if we traded to the downside. Well, guess what? We traded to the downside. So this is one of those 30% times when we trade in both directions in range extension. And typically the second extension is more powerful, as you can see in this impulsive move down here. Now, what I did at this point, and as I always do, if I see range extension in one direction, I have stops to go twice as large the other direction on the range extension that way. So basically, if I was 1x long, I'll be 2x. I have an order for 2x, so I'm 1x short going this way. And then looking for rallies to sell. And so I started selling. I started selling at 50.10. We went up to 50.25, and then we just didn't roll over. And in fact, we started getting up into here, and I was like, I don't know that we're going to. I don't really feel good about it. And this is a good thing to think about when you're looking at a trade. If you have a question about the trade, or it's not moving in the rhythm and the momentum that you'd like, feel free to take the trade off. If nothing else, that psychologically disconnects you from the trade and allows you to say, hey, look, if I had no position, what would I do? And it was at that point that I said, I don't know that I feel a good sense about this. I need to see this almost roll over before I could get back in the short. And so I took it off to wait and see. Other things that were happening was that if I look at yesterday's profile, so notice where this impulsive move was. We extended the range higher, and then we came back into yesterday's value area, traversed the value area, tried to spike below it, could not entice. This is initiative activity, couldn't find more sellers, so we came back into value area. Look where the base of the spike is. It's the base of value yesterday. It's not a coincidence. So as we held that level, that changed my bias, and I actually late in the session got long. And took back some of my losses. I still ended up down about 20 cents for the day, but relative to where I was at one point. That was a lot better. And now, where we've actually closed back up into this zone, into this area. And depending on where we are in the overnight inventory tomorrow, my bias could actually be to move higher, not lower. So that is how that can happen. Now, these shakeups, I think this is indicative of the fact that you have, we're inside the prior due days range. So really, it's a market that's in balance. When you have a market that's in balance, it's more likely to have scenarios like this, where you're going to get chopped around as people are trying to assert position. And when that happens, try to see it for what it is and not get too discouraged, but just keep coming back. And if you have a system that's 70% effective, know that, hey, there's going to be 30% of the time when it's not. And you never know when those 30% are. And in the rule of large numbers, that means out of 1,000 sessions, it's going to work 700, and 300 it's not. And I could have 100 all in a row when it doesn't. So making sure that you're managing your risk and watching your capital and preserving it is key. And if you don't feel good about the trade, take it off. You can always, in this case, if you try to sell, you could sell higher, you could sell lower. And right now I'm flat, and tomorrow I'll reassess where we are based on our relation to value today, which now is overlapping higher relative to the prior day. And we closed higher, so even though this is a neutral day, it's a neutral extreme where we close on the high. So a little bit of a tip to the bulls going into tomorrow, and we'll see if they can hold that into the overnight session. And we'll be looking to go with them likely tomorrow. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions about this, or if you've had a day where you feel like you're getting chopped around, know that they happen, and it's okay. Know that they're going to happen, and come back and fight the next day. Peace.